Hello and welcome to the day 6 of the Mission Million Blueprint Masterclass. This is a bonus day that I added. We have two bonuses. So we have today and we also have Wednesday. And today it was more a Q&A. So I invited everybody to ask us questions, to send their questions, and also to be with us. If you have any question, you can just put it on the chat and I can answer to you. So as you connect, let me know where you're connecting from. I'm very happy to find you again today and to carry on in this beautiful elevation together. And before we begin today, I want to take somewhere. I want to take you somewhere different, not in terms of strategy, not in terms of doing more, because we don't want to talk about doing more. Hello, Sandus, I'm so happy you're here. But in the question most people avoid and do not want to face and do not even want to entertain, which is why do some women rise and then they quickly stagnate or they quickly fall back into where they were. And because you've seen it, women who grow fast, who create momentum, who reach new level, they sometimes hesitate. We reach a point where we're like, I don't know what happens. I don't know what I seem to be slowing down. We hesitate. We start playing a bit smaller again. It's like we've reached so much, but then we start playing smaller. We've reached an objective that is a dream or in a vision board for someone else, and then we suddenly underestimated it, like even talk it as down as not something that deserve to be appreciated, deserve to be acknowledged, and then we start playing small, we start even going down. And the truth is, it is not because women lose their ability to go more. It's not even that they don't know what to do anymore, but because we reach a certain level where we're not ready to hold more. And I know it because I gone through this myself. It's the experience I lived through in my own life. So when you get to a certain point and you're like, it's either you say, okay, I want to maintain it as it is because it looks okay, and or I'm worried that I stretch myself a bit more and I start losing what I've built so far. And so we worry about taking risk. We worry about being able to hold the next level that could come once we arrive there, once we get there, because the next level requires more. It requires more from you. It requires more responsibility. It requires more visibility. It requires more being seen, even though we don't do that because we want to be seen. It requires more decisions. And most importantly, it requires more leadership. And if your internal capacity doesn't match it, you will unconsciously delay it, resist it, sabotage it, block it, stop it, and then we wonder why things are not moving as we want them to. And so we get blocked in whatever we do, because growth is it is not just about expansion. Growth is your ability to hold the growth and the expansion, but also it's about stability at a higher level. So how do you get to the high level and you feel stable? You feel like this is a space where you are and you own it. So today we are going to talk about what it really takes to hold more, why receiving more can feel sometimes uncomfortable, and what can we do if we to get to a next level. Because trust me, wherever you are today, there is always a next level you can stretch yourself towards. And if you it's like, and this is the necessity for us as human being. It's like a plant. There is no plant that stays stagnating, like the plant I have here in the back. Hello, Miriam, I'm happy you can be with us today. And I'm like, oh, this is a beautiful size, it's just going to stay as it is. It's either going to grow or it's going to just dismantle itself and it will be gone. So there is nothing as stagnating. And a lot of us women, we rise and then we're like, let's hold it. We want to go more, but then we worry about losing everything that we have built so far. So it's not about just rising, it's about staying at the top and leading from it, and leading from it without feeling the need to play small so that we are humble, leading from it without feeling the need to be like hiding, because we don't want to be overdoing it and over talking and shining way too much so that we cover up for some other people. So this is why staying at the top, rising, but the most challenging part is how do you stay in the top. Hey, Rita, I'm happy you can be here. So let me, before I received some questions, so I'll be answering to different questions. If you have any question from the masterclass, please drop it in the chat. If you have anything you would like to have more understanding of, or clarity, or about the mastermind, or you're interested in joining and working together in this 6-month container that is starting soon, and we have already incredible women joining, so I want to congratulate them. We have incredible women. We will be diving into their business. We will be diving into their career and their positioning as a leader. So, the one question that I received, which I thought was really interesting, is about, do we keep on repeating the same strategy? Is there any plug and play book where you can just use one way of doing things and we keep on doing it? And my answer is absolutely not, because the strategy changes with the environment where you are, with the era where we live in, with the development that we see around us. Let me take you back to the different transitions we have gone through, and how human productivity was defined differently in those different eras. So if we go back to the beginning, like the industrial area, the when there were a lot of automation, where there were manufacturing, where the management becomes something important, because like it's managing the quality, the processes, and it was all about hard work. It's people worked hard. We worked hard because it was a system, because we worked hard because there was a quality that we needed to to make sure that it is there. So this is how we grew up. When we are children, this is our parents, our grandparents. This is the time where manufacturing, the industrial era, the manufacturing manufacturers everywhere, automobiles and all of that. So it was all about working hard, being focused, being good, respecting quality. And the managers had this role of, like, the manager's role was to make sure that all the processes are respected and the quality is at the top of what it is. Then came the corporate era, which was the time after that. It was banking, it was institutions, it was all these different companies that were booming and mushrooming around the world, and everything was about, oh, how can I get the right job? What can I put in my CV so that I am the best candidate? What can I add? What are the different internship, the certificate, the diplomas, the degrees, everything I can add so that I can go and get the best job? And this was the era where I grew up. It was about the degrees. It was about the CV. Everything came down to the CV. So it's like, when your value is what you have done in your life and what do you produce. It was about production. It was about sitting down, doing research, and coming up with a report. It was about being able to analyze data, being able to summarize data, being able to do PowerPoint presentations, being able to share, to communicate, to speak, to do all of that. So that was the skills you needed. The strategies was different. And then up to AI, it was another thing. It was what Tony Robbins was saying: you take massive actions and you win. It was about taking actions. It was about doing and doing, and like, don't stop, don't quit until you get. It was about visibility. It was about writing, posting, being live, doing things, showing up continuously, having webinars, having like master classes like this, being able to share, talk, and being always out there. And then AI showed up. And when AI showed up, you didn't need to do the same anymore, because people look all the same. Everybody's posting, the videos looks nice because you have AI. Even photos looks nice. Even branding looks so beautiful because AI is doing it. And so what do we do? What is that new strategy? Although we had a day about tech and technology, and we need to be able to use the platform, use AI, because it simplifies your job. It makes it faster. You are able to produce more. You are able to be to have more knowledge, share it better, understand it better when you are when you perform, when you are become good at it by repeating and repeating and repeating. But today the strategy is different. Today the most important thing, and I start talking about it yesterday when I said it's not about the journey. It's not the journey that matters. It's not even the destination, where are you going. It's who is coming along with you. It's the companionship. It's the relationships you create. It's the human connections. We are back into the importance of human connections. We are back into distinguishing ourselves feel, because we trust, because I care for you, because I am here, because I like to have a conversation with you, because I would like to understand more, how can I serve, how can I help, because I would like to first develop a connection and a relationship so that there is trust. So the relationships have are now more important than the era before, than using just technology, because people are just numbers. Because even people, you can even talk and you're not even talking to people, you're talking to probably just accounts that are not even people. You can even write messages and write a post, and the ones reading you are not even people. Could you believe that, how the world have changed completely? So of course strategies change. Of course we are craving real connections and people that you can trust, and people you can be with, and people who are true really connections that care for you, that share real love. This is the time where the strategy needs to shift. This is the time where being in a network, being inside a movement, being with other people that reals, because you share values, because you talk to each other, because you care about her children, you care about her birthday, you care about things because you know, because you have developed a true relationship. This is what will make the difference. This is really what will make the difference. This is why I love to create those collective intelligence. I do have incredible clients, high level VIP clients in one-on-one. But today, what I want to do is I want to create a container where we can meet together, because your intelligence with her intelligence, your power with this power, with their power. Oh my God, what can we create in that container? It's incredible. So I have opened up this space for not a lot of people. It's going to be for 10 women with us, the team, and everybody. So we'll be 12, where I would like to be able to brainstorm together, to think together, to work about how can we face this new era where technology is helping us in a different way. It's not helping us because you can show up and you can talk to millions through the technology and find your business will grow. No, it's helping you so that you can stretch your way of how can I be more human? How can I develop relationships that are beautiful? But if you want to create and develop relationships that's beautiful, the first relationship you want to care about and you want to develop truly is the relationship with yourself. And this is why inside this mastermind, the first thing we work on is the mindset. It's healing every trauma, everything that you have with you. It's connecting with yourself and creating the most beautiful connections that you have and relationship you have with you. So we take a lot of time understanding how it functions inside of us, how the 5% of our conscious mind can be used to go navigate inside the 95% that are subconscious, that we have no idea what is inside there. But what we know, it's years and years of emotions that we have absorbed. It's years and years of rage and jealousy and feelings that comes from our childhood. That feelings for come from being sorry for what we've gone through, being sorry what we have felt, being sorry what we have created, and it makes us not feel at ease with everything happening. These are the ones that we want to go through, because you want to have such a beautiful and a squeaky clean energy inside you, where the relationship with yourself is on the top. And when the best relationship, which is the one with yourself, is good, you can create the most beautiful relationships with potential clients, with potential partners, with investors, with like-minded people, with other female leaders, with creating sisterhood. But it starts from within, because then everything else comes like a bridge that you create, but the starting point is your inside. And this is what I invite you to do. I invite you to come and join us so that we can spend the 6 months to rewire what is it in us that holds us down, what is it in us that doesn't have, like, keeps us. You can reach and rise the level, but you want to go higher. I'm going to ask the team to drop also the links to the masterminds. It's www.balmethod.com masterminds, the masterminds. So you can read more and join us, but I will guide you through it today clearly. But let me answer. So that was the first question. So we do not use the same strategy. We adapt the strategy, and we adapt the strategy so that it fits your expectations, your values, but it also fits the reality that we live in. What's surrounding us? Where are we? Who are we? What is happening around us? What era are we navigating through? And we're navigating through an era that is completely different, an era where we can stand out by being human. We can stand out by caring for deep inside for the who we are and for the person next to me, the person I'm speaking to. Yes, you. We care because we truly want to create the most beautiful connections and relationship, because we want to create that trusting space. Because when we are in a space where we trust each other, we will create a bubble of safety. We feel good, and we are able. Thank you. I'm going to pin this comment on top so that voila, here we go, so that you see it both on Instagram and LinkedIn and the different platforms. So I have another question that was interesting. So if you have any question, please drop your question here. I would love to be able to see how you relate to the old material that I shared this past 5 days. It has been beautiful. You still have access to it. You can go through it, read through it, listen to it, and be able to catch up on the different modules. So what if Mission Million is not for me? I thought this question was really nice. And it's a very honest question. So I really thank you for sending this, Sarah. And I want to answer it with truth. Mission Million is not about a number. It is not just about creating millions. It's not just about scale, because you can just be happy where you are. It's about a standard of how you show up, how you lead, how you create value, how you expand your impact, and how you truly value yourself. Because if being a businesswoman, being a leader, being a spokeswoman, being someone who is in a position where you're in charge of whatever projects you do, whatever you do, that means you sell your ideas, you sell your approach, you sell your service, you sell your product, you sell anything you do. So when someone's ask me, is Mission Million for me? What I really hear is, am I available to the level of responsibility and expansion? And yes, we want you to be available. Every woman. It is for the woman who knows is here for more. You have a role to play. Feels that your work matters. Feel like you know your knowledge, your experience, your expertise, whatever you've gone through, there is a reason why you've gone through that. And it's ready to stop playing small. If you're ready to stop playing small, this is definitely for you. And if you are willing to grow to the version of yourself that can hold more, because we want to extend our capacity to hold more. What blocks us? It's not opportunities and money that doesn't exist, but it's our ability to receive it, because there is so much happening there. We looked at the number. Billions are being extended every day on the digital platforms, on transactions, billions. Why can't we be part of them? Why can't we just grab some of it? What is it that holds us from being able to be in the center and the middle and channel for all of it? This is why we want to raise ourselves to those standards. So are you willing to become the woman who can create, who can hold, and who can lead at that level? That's the question. And yes, we are, because we are in a space and in a time where all of us are connected. 2 billions are connected just through Facebook. Imagine that. Isn't that incredible? LinkedIn used to be small. It used to be like 150, become 800 million. Probably now it might reach 1 billion. It is incredible how many of us are actually connected. So why do we shy away from aligning with a standard of that is high? Because Mission Million is already yours. So why do we question whether it is possible or not? So the question is never about whether it is for you or not. It's about whether you are ready to claim it or not. That's what the question it really is. And so let's all claim that and take the decision to be part of it. Okay. So I have another question. This was more related to the mastermind. I already have a business. What will this mastermind really give me? Okay, well, thank you. It's also a very good question, because readiness is often misunderstood, and a lot of people think that they've already beyond that, or they're like, I've already done what I wanted to do, and I don't need to work on more because I already know. But a lot of time we don't operate our full capacity, and when we join such containers, it's about refining, it's about elevating, and it's about expanding. And at this level, even a small shift in positioning can unlock exponential wealth and growth because you know how to do it. And sometimes a deeper level or just self-trust in yourself, you can push yourself into a bit more risk and change every decision you make. You can also own the decision and elevate your standards and put more boundaries so that you are more comfortable. But what I love also to do is to be able to put more space inside your calendar and your agenda so that you have more of your feel good moments that you integrate. And just by doing that, the business grows. When you feel good, doors open and more doors open. So what happens when if you have already a business, we love that you'll receive more precision, you'll receive more expansion, and there will be more proximity. And it feels good to be with like-minded women who are also having their own business, calibrating to 7 figures. Others are expanding to multiple 8 figures. And it's interesting to see what are the challenges, what are we focusing on, what is it that makes us wake up in the morning, I feel okay, let me do more, or is it just a system that grows and on? We want to be challenged, we want to be motivated every day with something new, and this is what this space is for. Okay, so I see another question here. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, well, we don't start something because we're ready. We start because we become ready because you step in something that you start. We never wake up and say, okay, now I'm ready to do. The women who are ready for this space are not the ones who have everything usually figured out. That's really not. Being ready, it doesn't mean that I understand everything, I understand where I'm going. This is exactly where you come so that you define what road you want to start with. You can define where you go in clearly. Sometimes you come, you're like, okay, I want to launch this, I want to do this, and I also want to do that. So what about if we define exactly who you would like to become as a person that holds all of that, and we reverse engineer that so that you can set up a plan? And this is what we help you do. Okay, and so this is space for you, even if you're not ready, but you know that you don't want to play small anymore. Just knowing that is plenty. That makes you ready. That makes you ready and makes you full of power and courage to navigate through it and to find your way through it. So the one that are also feeling that you want to be held at a higher level, that's also for you. So exactly, being ready, it's not about being already knowing exactly where you're going. Being ready sometimes it's just knowing that you are meant for something bigger. You are just tired of playing small and you don't want to play small any longer, and that's what makes you ready. So don't you stop yourself because you're ready. If you think like maybe that's a space for me, there are different spaces. That could be the mastermind when you're ready for an accelerator and it's 6 months and it's intensive, but you know that by September you are a whole new different style. So we take time to work on the energy of money, we take time to work on your pitch, on the visibility, on even if you don't want to be seen, you can be the quiet mission million, and that's okay too. But even as a quiet mission million, you got to be clear about your messaging, you have to be clear about your offer, and you have to be clear about how much are you aligned with, and that's something you want to also work on. So this is what you get to do. We have 6 months. The first 2 months is about believing, it's about mindset, it's about our story with money, our connection with money, how are we as we relate to money. The second one is about more taking actions. So the communication, the work we do, the marketing, the business plan, the marketing plan, how are you creating your connections, what is the discipline, what is the routine. We have daily routine. We have started with some of this year because we understood that AI has changed the whole platform of everything, because we used to be able to craft your own post, and it's you put the love, the story in it. But now everybody writes the most beautiful posts. You can't compete with AI. That's not our job. We are present, but AI can never replace us as human. And this is where you want to enhance and use the human side of who we are to build and create beautiful connections with people, beautiful connections with women, because anybody can be a potential client for you at the right time. Anyone. If it's not him or her, it will be somebody close, it will refer you to someone else, anyone. And when we create genuine connection because we want to share love, we want to share some of the expertise we have genuinely, then the business comes, business will follow. You probably have so much possibilities already in the network that you have, in the people that surround you already. And it's beautiful when you are able to show up with that caring and loving presence, because you are in line with yourself, because you already feel good with yourself. That's why working on your inner strength is number one. It's like you don't jump into strategy, action, visibility, business plan before you strengthen your mindset, your inner game, before you heal all the trauma and all the hurt and all the rage and all the guilt and the shame that we carry in us sometimes because things didn't work our way. And then you on top of that. We build on top of that a new story around money. We build on top of that a new story around success as you want to see it, as you see it, and your story about your impact, about how you want to see your job impacting around you. Okay. So, okay, this I wasn't going to read this question, but what if I invest and it doesn't work for me? This is the most honest question. And frankly, it deserves to have an answer. And the truth is, it's not the mastermind that determines the result. It's the woman is you who steps into it. Because in this space, and I've seen it working over and over, we mentored more than 1,000 women so far for the over 5 years. We mentor in group. We also have one-on-one. We have corporate programs where we have containers that held 50 women, that had up to 100 women. So we've seen different ways, but what I know is that the woman who shows up, who is engaged, who allow herself to be challenged and expanded, is the one that gets most out of anything you do. You always win. It depends your intention and your attitude. This I am convinced about. And frankly, the way it is structured, you can never, even just like working one-on-one with me in our VIP sessions when we define your strategy, that's already you have all the return, because that's out of it. We will find a way for you to get your money back, to get all the investment back at you. So it's a win-win. In fact, it's more than a win-win. It's almost you invest to get more and more money back from the work you do. Okay, so the one that gets out of it is the one who are ready for transformation. If you're ready to open your consciousness to like, okay, let me get in a space where I can give myself a chance to reach a higher level. This is what I invite you to do. Are you willing to meet yourself at your next level? That's a space for it. That is a space where we open it so that you can push yourself to a level higher than what you can see. Okay. So I see, I have a question that I received. And sometimes it comes as a critic, because sometimes you tell me, but what about if I don't want to be seen? Why do we always talk about if you want to sell your business, you got to show up, you got to be going live, you got to make, like master classes like we do. So, and we do have different techniques on doing that. How do you organize your live launch? How do you speak about it? But some women don't want to be visible online, and that's okay. Because yes, there are ways. You don't have to be visible. So let's redefine what visibility really means. Because visibility is not about being everywhere. That's not. It's not about performing nonstop and being everywhere. It's not even about forcing yourself into something that doesn't feel aligned with you. Just doesn't feel aligned. It's like, I don't want to just put the camera on and speak. It doesn't feel. So visibility is about being seen for the value you create in the space where you want to be seen. And you can absolutely build that through relationships, through referrals, through private networks. It doesn't have to be like this open, through rooms like this one that I create. This is how you do it, through being part of a movement where we connect with each other. You don't have to have the visibility like this. There are many ways to grow without being highly visible online, many ways. But here, what I want to offer you though, at some level, growth requires being seen. And it doesn't have to be seen by thousands of people or millions of people. It's just to be seen by the right people, so that for you, the service you provide is actually being acknowledged. You can reach your clients, whatever space they are. But before even talking about being visible or seen, the communication, the art of speaking, the art of selling, the art of pitching your idea, that's undeniably fundamental. You cannot say, I'm just want to do a business and I don't want to sell. There is just doesn't go together. And so this is why we mix them together, where we can separate them. Visibility is giving putting your ideas, the service you provide, the offer you have, your work, put it on a spotlight. And it doesn't have to be in front of thousands and 10,000s and millions. It can be just in front of the potential clients, whoever you want to work with, whoever you want to talk with. So now when somebody tell me something like this, I'm like, is it because you don't feel safe being fully seen on sharing what you're sharing? Or is it because you prefer to be in a confidentiality space? There are some sectors where it works this way, but you got to be so good at selling it though. That doesn't mean that you don't need to know how to pitch it. You have to be able to know how to pitch your product, how to pitch what you do. It has to be. So if you're not able to sell your idea, if you're not able to sell the service, if you're not able to sell the product, that has nothing to do with choosing to be seen or to have the visibility that you want. They're completely separate. You mastering your product, your work, your business is one thing. Mastering your ability to sell it, to communicate, it's the second thing. Mastering the connections and relationship and creating genuine connection with other human beings, that takes a lot of knowledge about your own self before being to create any beautiful relationship. You have the relationship with yourself needs to be beautiful, to be able to mirror the same, because otherwise you'll be attracting exactly the same way you connect yourself with your own self. And so that's something you need to work on. Okay. So I would like to share exactly what you have and invite you, for those who are interested in the mastermind, I invite you to stay. I would like to extend an invitation for you to join us and to be part of this 6 months together, where we work on your business and we also work on the mindset, on the resilience, on technology. What do we do with all this ever changing? Do we go chasing every new shiny one, or do I focus on building connections and using the tech to help me better my work and better my business? A lot of people are today spending a lot of time trying to program different AI and different this and different that and different that. It's good to do that, but don't forget that business is connections with real people. And you want to be able to always have a space. And remember, through the work we do, we had a policy from the beginning of last year. This is what we did from last year. It was one discipline. What we do in the morning is to create one connection a day, one true connection, like one connection with one person a day. Imagine if you're able to create one connection a day, you would have finished the year with 300 beautiful connections, at least. Connections maybe that you have, maybe new ones, but genuine. genuine connection. And this approach of creating one connection a day had helped me nominate more than 100 countries, 100 women from 100 countries in the G100 movement, in the G100 wing for entrepreneurship and sustainable businesses that I'm a global chair of. And really through these beautiful connections. And these beautiful connections are incredible women, incredible. We created partnerships, there are opportunities, one becoming client of the other. It's just incredible, the sisterhood and the connections. But all of that is by understanding that connecting with people remains one of the most powerful and the most important and the backbone of growth in business. And today more than ever before. Actually, but before, because you could stand out just by your writing, by your videos, by your speaking, by all of that. But today we can take your photo and have AI speaks instead of you. Can we make the difference? We're not even sure. But we can never replace you when you care for me, when you send me a message saying, hello, how are you? Genuine one, not like spamming or not like, just genuine one. I would like to invite you to this. I would like to talk with this, and creating connections. And it stays the most beautiful thing. So here's a beautiful website that has everything around the mastermind. And I can share it here. Let me see if I can share the screen. Yes, voila. Share the screen and let's go through it together. So I don't know if you can see it, for you won't be able to see it, but I can guide you. So the BAL method mastermind is a container for women entrepreneurs and leaders who are ready to rise. We work on your vision, we work on your business, and we work on your mission million, the mission that can take you to create millions. So the mastermind is structured the way that to help you transform your vision into a mission million business, into a business that can impact millions, into a business that can create millions and can hold millions. I insist on the difference between you rise and create, but then you have to hold it. And this, we know it. We are many stories of you can reach the success, but your ability to hold it depends on the strength that you have within, depends on how you feel inside you. So transform your vision into a business, into with clarity, with strategy and financial power. It's with a lot of financial power. So this is a 6-month immersive experience. It's designed for women who are ready to accelerate their business, their leadership, and their impact. And so the mastermind guides you through the BAL method to master every part of it. And it helps you build your business. It helps you do it with clarity, with the structure, with purpose. And this is what helps you create real wealth, while staying deeply aligned. That's why I said, even if you have your business, this is a beautiful space because you get to organize your week accordingly so that you have space to take care of yourself, take care of your children, go to the gym, go for a walk, listen to music, maybe play music, maybe go for dancing, go back and take your hobbies that makes you feel good. Because more you feel good, more opportunities open up. And that I know it from experience. I know it from reality. The moment you start integrating in your week a half a day that feels like vacation, you are doing a job that you don't want to retire from. And this is what we want. We want to reach a place and a space where we love what we do, we care for what we do, and we feel good while doing it. Because sustainable success is not built through force. It is built by aligning your strength, your strategy, and your energy, and creating a model that works for you, that works for long term with harmony, with the family you want to build, with the children you want to spend time with your husband, your partner, with whoever you want to create a beautiful life that feels good for you as you've seen it. Not sacrifice, and you're like, I sacrifice all my life, I sacrifice all my time for you, for you. That's not even true. Not even true. And it gets us to the point where we get stuck and we start being cynical about life. And so how can you create relationship when you're already cynical about it? You want to be happy. You want to be happy with your choices. You want to be happy with the way you live your life. But you want to also be happy with the clarity, the stability, and the expansion that you allow yourself to hold and create for your business. So this is for women who are looking for a different standard of growth. We focus on financial power, and that's the first thing we start working on. So we start in so we as long whenever after two women already jumped in, and we already start working on their strategy. So I invite you to already jump in and start with us, because in the whole month of May is about the energy of money, the understanding, the rewriting the story with money. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful training on that, but in the same time working on the business, because we want to strengthen your financial power and your way of looking at it. Strategy, create the best strategy, the one that holds you. You don't need more ideas. You need a structure, the structure that sustains your growth. Talk about execution, about the with intention. You want to growth, but you want to execute with real intention. So if you, these are for women who are ready to expand and not here to play small. You are a woman with vision. You are building more than a business, and you are building something that carries meaning and impact. And when, if it doesn't feel that aligned, you want to go more, this is what the space is for. So join us, join this beautiful experience. It's incredible, because this is where strategy meets identity. We talk about the different identities, the archetypes that we have. Who are you? This is not, because it's not about doing more, it's about becoming the woman who moves differently. We will talk about feminine energy, how to embody feminine energy, what it means to be in the feminine energy, the divinity within, holding that space for yourself, embodying the sovereign within. It's like you're a queen, put your crown on the top of your head and own the space for it. That's what it feels like. This is what I want this for every woman to feel. Then we focus on your business. We build differently, we lead differently, and we expand, because we have clarity, because you become a magnet because of your way of being, because of your the ability to hold duality, things that are working well, things that are working less, and you don't let the things that are not working so well to put you down and but you carry them together. It's about strategic structure that is clear, and how to put an execution and go and doing it, a discipline. Like last year, we had this discipline and we shared it through all of us. We were inside this inner circle. It was about connection, one connection a day, one connection a day. And the magic that came from that one connection a day is incredible. It could be 7-figure for you just with one connection a day. How to elevate your identity, how we have a business that is sustainable. So what you step into is not just a program, it's an environment, it's a complete environment which is designed to elevate how you think, how you position yourself, and execute at a highest level with clarity and strategic direction. We have execution, business structure, and we have identity and leadership expansion. So we follow the believe, act, lead approach, which is believing in yourself, and that's about mindset. That's about your self-fulfilling prophecies that are constraining you inside you, and the blockage. It's about the trauma that you might be carrying without even know it. It's about some of the scars that we have from the past, some of the hurt that we might even carry, we don't even know, some of the bitterness. And this is what we want to let go of and follow this beautiful and incredible step of be, do, have. It's believe in yourself so that you can be and become the woman that carries the mission million. You take actions with the structure, with the way, with the routine, with something that fits your style, and you lead yourself to the extraordinary. And this is, to me, what mission million. So we have already mentored more than 1,000 women. This has been it's going to be 5 years in July 2026. The first program was actually launched exactly July 15, 2021. It was almost during COVID, a little bit of that, and I remember it vividly. We have reached women from all around the world. We have in our programs women from Europe, Asia, Australia, Americas, Africa, and everywhere. And it's just incredible to see how we are so similar in our differences. We feel the same. We look at things differently, the same. So you don't just build a business, you become the women who can hold it. This is what it is about. So let's look at some of the incredible stories. Women who've been able to fund their business, raising, pitching, and I love doing that. I just love, and I like it because a lot of time when it's time to do the business plan, I'm like, oh, this is it. I've been waiting for this time because I want to do the business plan so that we can prepare the pitch and we can go and raise the funds for the company, for your company. So we have one of the success stories was about a woman who successfully raised $1 million for her business and have been able to deploy the service that she provided to different places. A lot of time women come and they're not sure what direction to take, so we look at everything and we reorganize it, like put a structure for it. Some women started and we've been working together, reaching 7 figures, reaching 8 figures, multiple 8 figures. A lot of time, the women just came and they're like, I want to change jobs. So to prepare the interview, to prepare the CV, to prepare the clarity, to know where she's going, this is an important thing to work on. So, this is so you can read more about us, but the value you get through this program is incredible. Everything. There are live sessions. We have 2 sessions for this container. And I really wanted to grab it because this is the first time that we do this offer that is just so incredible. We wanted to really do it as a pilot project and see if we can put our head together for 6 months. What is it what the magic we can create together? So you have live mastermind sessions. You also get to have time with me. So we have 2 slots in the week. One there is open with the group, and then the other one is on hot seat coaching. So we get to have time for your business. You have access to the MAL method framework. These are a digital platform with 100 lessons, and it's incredible. It's just that on its own, you change because you rewire yourself and you get the language to be able to speak and to become the activator of this new way of thinking. You have also leadership and decision-making expansion. So it's about making decisions. It's about communicating. It's all the skills, the tools that gives that. So you have that. We work on the financial clarity, we're on your business plan, on your magic number, on what's the wealth building strategy that fits you best. There are hot seat coaching. Thank you for sharing that. Now there are also business structuring. You have the digital, the global systems. How do you use it? How do you use AI? What is it that you want to use it for? And finally, the most important is a global network. So the value on itself, it's around 40,000, but that's not how it's priced. It's priced at 6,000, and you get to have 10% off with the masterclass. You just put the code. It's early bird 10. So if you can write it, I'm going to also write it here so you can see it. It's early bird 10, and you get to have the discount with it. So you can choose how you want to you can pay in full for the 6,000 or pay monthly. So if you have the 10% off, then obviously it's going to be 5,400 or 1,100 for per month. So you choose, and there is also a VIP experience. You can be on the waiting list for this one, and I will be very happy it's by application only. If you're interested in to be in the inner circle, I invite you to send the message, and we see, and so that we can see if you are a good fit, and if we are both a good fit. So the real question now is not what this costs, is what becomes possible when you invest in yourself, because my objective is that you make your money back right away. And women make their money back when they are in such a close proximity. I promise you, within 2 months, we work in a way for you to be able to get your clients, to be able to make your money back right away. This is what my objective is. This is what I will be there for you, so that you can already be able to get your money back. So it's not just a program, it's an investment in the woman you are becoming, and at the level you are ready to sustain and keep. Okay, and the community is incredible. everything. The family, the women, the incredible. We have also a VIP day planned for this year, so you get a priority to be able to join us in it as well. So there are many things that comes, many bonuses. So, and this is where you decide whether you're ready for the next level. So for whoever is ready to join us coming in, we would like to welcome you and have your energy with us and be with us for this beautiful experience. It is something that you do not regret. It's something that helps you not only invest, you invest and you get the money back. The best person you want to invest in is you. So trust yourself and believe in yourself. Because when you have the right environment, the right tool, something extraordinary happens. I invested in myself in a time where I was negative in millions. And I'm like, I needed to be able to transform my identity and to be with an energy of someone who has done it, who's someone who maybe just can show me a way because they're just a bit more advanced in the way they see things, or just because I want to have an external eye into things. So it's like you have a consultant, high level consultant with you, high level understand with you, and you also get to rewire your mindset and get to be with women who are making on their way to the million mission or beyond. And this is what the space is about. So I invite you to join us. This is a beautiful opportunity. You get to have 10% off as part of the masterclass. 10% is available for this week only. And then we start working with everyone come from next week. And we start being inside this beautiful energy. So if you hesitate or you want to have more clarification, send us a message. I will be very happy to talk with you. My team as well will be happy to talk with you and see whether this is a good fit and if you can be with us. I will also have another session on Wednesday. If you have any questions, send them to me. I will be very happy to answer them. So join us, and so that you can be part. The mastermind is the most beautiful container. We have women from all around the world. We elevate together. We strengthen together. We work on the mindset. We work on the connection with we write our story with money, because this is about Mission Million, about you creating a mission that impact millions, because what you do is so important, so powerful, so beautiful. Sarah, send you so much love. I am so happy to see you. Oh my God, I love you so much, and I hope everything goes well and your beautiful gala and everything went amazingly well. So this is our session about the Q&A. I have another one on Wednesday. I already welcome amazing women who are joining us inside the mastermind. This is a 6-month container. It doesn't open all the time. So I wanted to grab the opportunity. It will be a small circle working on building our Mission Million and elevating it so that it holds the level that we want it to be. And you stand as an incredible leader, Mission Million leader, as an example for everyone. I send you all the love. Thank you for being with me today. I'll see you again on Wednesday, the same time. So when we meet again at 3 p.m. GMT +1, I will also answer some of the questions and go into the details about these changes of eras and human productivity, how it have changed, and how today is about connections. It's about creating the most beautiful relationship, because when you build trust, when you build that relationship, you can build partnership, you can have clients, you can grow your business beyond what you can imagine. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you on Wednesday.